Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Comic Book 101. I am Pop-Tart, and as always, to my right, DC and Warner Brothers' 420th pick to be the next Superman, Mr. Slinky Jallow.
Yep, that's right. That's awesome. That's funny.
Listen, there's a lot of people in America, and for the fact you got there, well, a lot of people in
The
the
fact
world.
that I'm under 500, that's saying
Got
something.
it.
Yeah, boy. My Kryptonian gut.
All right, well, we're going to get to that in a little bit because...
Bounce right off.
I would probably say this is probably going to be one of the biggest bitch fests we're going to probably have this year.
It's up there.
It's
and no,
really
we're
up
not talking
there.
about Rob Zombie.
Yeah, we actually are not going to talk about Rob Zombie.
Why don't they let him direct the new movie?
You know
they
what?
should just kick the shit all out in the wind.
Yeah.
Be like, where the cards fall, they fall.
We'll get to it.
You know,
we'll get to it,
give it to
everybody.
Roman Polanski.
Anyway, in some comic book news for us, ladies and gentlemen, one thing, someone that you love, and, well, I loved, is Anthony Bourdain, correct?
Yeah. They're releasing his, I guess, final
graphic
comic,
novel.
Ichiro, or
Yeah, it's a graphic novel done by
he wrote it.
the great and wonderful Anthony Bourdain, and it's going to be released. Who's doing it? Dark Horse?
It's Dark Horse. Because
Dark Horse
they
is
did
doing
the
it.
first couple, because there's a couple trades for this. It's like Ichio Dreams of Sushi or something like that.
So it's going to be, the final one is going to be released, and
Yeah.
it's kind of bittersweet. You know what?
I used to love his books.
I've
I've read a lot of his books.
I loved his sense of humor. I loved his honesty. He didn't hide anything. He was pretty much, here you go. This is what it is.
Yeah, he's very transparent. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
You know.
he was who he was, and he said what he said, and that came across very much so in anything that he did on camera or
Pony
in his
punches.
books.
He never
and-
did any of that stuff.
Yeah, everything he ever wrote,
And
anything
if
he ever said is very much.
You ever read any of his books? I went to culinary school. I was a chef for a long time, so it's mandatory reading when you're in culinary school. Like they always tell you it's on the curriculum.
Yeah.
Like you should read this book. We recommend it. All his books are fantastic.
So-
and they don't. It's just he was very blunt and brutally honest in his books. And
But you know what
tell you what happens in the underbelly of kitchens.
But that's appreciated.
Absolutely.
That sort
Absolutely.
of like attitude is appreciated.
Well,
Absolutely.
Not even appreciate it. It's necessary.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the
You
thing
have
is,
to get that. There's no beating around the bush when it comes
There-
to that kind of stuff.
there's-
Well, it's either you've worked in the industry or you haven't. And it's like
Right.
reading his books was kind of like prep classes for your big job, like for a cruise ship or like a 3-star restaurant.
yeah. So
or-
you kind of knew what to expect.
Yeah.
You don't go in thinking, oh, this is going to be the life of luxury. No.
No.
Kitchens, they're hard, dirty work. Let me
Yeah,
tell you. Hard,
so-
dirty work. But
Anyway, the last
worth
one,
it.
the last one is going to come out and it's going to be released. So, like I said, it's a little bittersweet. It's
Yeah.
very cool that he did it to begin with. It's kind of sad though that
sucks he's gone.
It sucks
That
he's gone. It's
man,
really
'cause
sad.
He was a
It's-
favorite chef. I liked him because he wasn't a celebrity chef.
he wasn't as that
Per
pretentious.
se.
He really wasn't
didn't
that
have his
pretentious.
dumb cooking show. He wasn't in there, talking about peppers with Bobby Flay. He didn't care about that
No.
stuff.
No, he was the reverse. He was a chef.
He was
first
an
and foremost.
anti-fucking celebrity. Like I like the guy, man. I had mucho respect for Anthony
Because
Bourdain.
in his opinion, good food. It didn't matter where it came from. Good food can be anywhere. It does not have to come from a Michelin star restaurant.
That's
It
where I
can
got
be
that
good
line
no
about
matter
humble
what.
dirt. Like little hole in the wall restaurant. Hey, if there's little humble dirt never hurt anything, man.
No.
Like
I can't tell you how many great meals I've had at little hole in the wall restaurants,
Absolutely.
and I
but
I
he
appreciate him.
he championed that stuff.
Yeah.
and
And like I said, it's really sad that
anyway.
he's
So
gone.
yeah, they're coming out with the latest Bourdain comic.
And then what else? Another favorite of ours, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, if you want to show the picture, man, they had a comic drop this
Yeah.
week from Dark Horse Comics. It only took them I've been watching that show for 20 years, long time.
Dude, it looks like Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
It does
does
look like
look-
it
it
very
does.
well could be her. I know nothing about this comic.
But-
I just know
She could-
TV's Frank is in the background.
You're going to shrink us down to size, and we're going to go through the
Satellite of
movies.
Love, baby. Satellite of Love. I love that show. God
Yeah.
damn, do I love that show.
And, no, Mystery Science Theater, that's something like from my childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I like.
Back in the
for
day when
years.
VH1 and Comedy Central used to share a network.
Yes.
They did the switch over at like 4.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they always showed MST3K at like 3 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, you could catch the ass end of Mystery Science Theater. And then it showed it again at like 10. I used to watch that fucking show all the time, man. That show warped my sense of humor. And it made me like, when I sit and watch a movie, if it's a stinker, like 5-10 minutes into it, I'll start riffing the fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you start
it's-
just pulling them, just pulling it. It's
Like
just-
you should see the Slinky version of The Shadow.
I have.
It's hysterical. It's only like 10 minutes long because I fast forward through all the bullshit.
Like I said, I have seen it.
But that movie's just, it's so unintentionally funny. So yeah, go out this week and pick up Mystery Science Theater because fans, all right, my thing about this is fans have been waiting for something, other media for them to be included with. And they don't sell a lot of their stuff. You can buy the movies and like maybe t-shirts, but they don't sell like action figures or any other stuff. We got the Funko Pops.
Which are kind of cool.
Because those are awesome.
We have Crow.
Crow and Tom Servo. And, but yeah, now that there's a comic book out, that's amazing. I want to buy it. I want to get it.
Now, here's another one that's coming out. They Marvel announced a new Winter Soldier miniseries.
Yeah, I read that.
Now, here's the reason why I think that's kind of cool. This is coming out prior to the next Avengers movie, the next Infinity War movie.
Yeah.
And we've made the comment, we made it on the show, I think even last week, maybe the week before, about how Chris Evans does not want to come back as Captain America. And it's very possible that in the next Avengers movie they could, get rid of his character, whether they kill off Captain America or he just decides to hang it up. Whatever it is.
A pretty awesome theory floating around now.
What's that?
Because Thanos used the time stone to go back in time to get the stone out of Vision's head.
Yeah.
That means he went back in time and no, never mind. It's bugged out. Because after he killed Vision the second time, that's when the snap happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, never mind. I retract that. I don't think the guy knew what he's talking about.
But like I said, I think it's kind of, kind of cool in a way that they're doing this. They're coming out with a Winter Soldier miniseries. I believe this is kind of front running Infinity War, probably because of the whole, like I said, the Chris Evans not going to be Captain America anymore. I think after the next Avengers movie, we're probably going to see Bucky Cap. And I think that them announcing this new miniseries, I think that's just kind of, like I said, front running a little bit for that.
It'd be cool to see that. I mean, he's not my favorite Cap. Steve Rogers is always my favorite Captain America. But it'd be cool to see a different incarnation of Captain America.
If they're trying to continue with that character in any way, shape, or form, it's kind of hard to do it without Chris Evans. This is their only real option at this point, is to have a Bucky Cap. That really is.
And his costume looks really cool. It's Captain America, and he has black on the bottom.
It is kind of cool.
He's very neat looking. So.
All right. So, let's see here.
What is with all the actors leaving their comic book roles?
What was that?
What is with all the actors leaving?
I don't know. We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get.
We're gonna cover a lot of stuff.
We're gonna get
not the big one, but I'm saying like you have Robert Downey Jr. who's also
yeah.
He's like I'm done. Chris Evans like I'm done. So you're like, did you guys not realize what you were getting into?
Here's what I will explain with Chris Evans in particular. Okay.
He wants to be a real actor.
It's the thing is.
Calm down there, Cap.
No. Yeah, it's like,
settle down.
Yeah, hold your horses there, cowboy.
You've been throwing a shield. You've been throwing a frisbee around for 10 years.
Yeah.
Just
like I said, here's the thing with Chris Evans.
Take the piss
Chris
out
Evans
of it.
has gone on record and said that he feels like he has played, he has done everything he can for the character. And what that really means in Hollywood speak is he's being typecast.
Yeah, he wants to be taken seriously.
He's being typecast as Captain America and as that superhero type figure.
Fucking typecast me. Just keep them Marvel checks coming.
I understand that.
I don't get actors, dude. I don't get it.
But
you're pretending.
I'm being typecast.
You're getting paid millions of dollars to play fight.
But the thing is, he wants to do other roles.
I must have brain damage. I must.
There's something wrong with you.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't.
He wants to expand his horizons a little bit, broaden his horizons. He wants to play other roles. He wants to be given the opportunity to play other roles, and he feels as if he stays in the role of Captain America, he will continue to be typecast in that type of role.
No.
And he won't be given the option.
Incorrect. Do you know what that means?
Huh.
That means keep playing Captain America, you ninny. Bust your ass and go do those other movies when you have a break from Captain America.
Well, that works for some of these actors, but for some reason, Chris Evans is under the impression
he's an actor.
That he's not getting chosen for these roles
because he's Captain America.
Because he's being cast, he's looked at as just Captain America.
Bitch, please.
Like I said, that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of them choose not to continue on with these characters. It's because they don't, or they just get bored with it. They get tired of doing the same kind of lines and the same kind of stunts over and over and over again.
Listen, here's my thing. They did Fantastic Four #2.
Yeah.
With the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
What the hell did he do from 2008, 2009, 2010? I didn't see him in fucking anything.
Well,
Because
you see,
because Marvel snapped him up and made him Captain America.
here's the problem.
He's getting too big for his
Okay,
britches.
here's the problem with Chris Evans.
Oh
Now,
my God.
do not get me wrong. I like Chris Evans. I like him as Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
He does a very good job as Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, hands down. Here's the problem with Chris Evans.
He's an
Chris
actor.
Evans. Chris Evans believes deep down that he is this great thespian, and I hate to break it to him, but it's not necessarily that he's being typecast. I don't think he has the range and the ability to do a whole lot more. I really don't.
Watching all the Marvel movies he's in, the mainly the first Captain America.
Yeah.
Actually, the 3 Captain America movies, he expresses a lot of range, but it's like I don't know.
But
I'm not
what I'm
saying
saying,
too much. I don't know.
Like I said, what I really truly believe is I believe he is not getting these roles because he's not right for the roles.
Thank you.
I don't think he's not getting the roles because they're looking at him as Captain America, and he for some reason believes that if he gives up being Captain America, all of these roles are just going to fall in his lap. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's being very pretentious about this.
I know. So do I. But I know Marvel. They'll probably put him in a block of ice.
Freeze him,
Yeah.
something.
Chill, and then I don't know when he needs
Literally
another
put him on ice.
when he needs
Yeah.
another Marvel check, he'll come back. You know, when he gets married, gets divorced, and he has to do alimony movies to pay
There
his
you go.
ex-wife back, he'll come
He'll come back to Marvel.
He'll be like, I need that check with 2 commas on it. So, speaking of actors that aren't right for roles, but
Oh, are we
We're-
going into
we're-
that?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if we're there yet. She's running the show.
I got one more.
All right.
I got one more thing to talk about.
God, I
and then
can't
will
wait till we
into
get to this.
Oh, it's going to be ugly, guys. It's going to be
Rip
ugly.
shit up, son. Ugh.
I am going to announce one thing for you because it's up your alley.
Not even Nicolas Cage is safe. What?
No.
What?
DC has just announced a new statue
seen
line based on the metal series.
Say this again. What is it?
DC just announced a new statue line
Oh yeah,
based
yeah.
on the Dark.
I saw a couple of these. Yeah.
Dark Knights, the metal.
The guys.
Evil
the
Batman.
Red Death, the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah. So
Dawnbreaker.
I can't wait for this because I want a Batman who laughs.
I want a figure. I can't believe they haven't made a Batman Who Laughs action figure.
I know, but I want the statue. I want the Batman who laughs statue.
Releases.
Have you seen it? Does it look cool?
I'm looking at it right now, actually.
Ah,
Oh, you want to show a picture?
throw it up.
You
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
see a
it.
picture?
Oh, well, actually, this is going to be, unfortunately, it's going to be courtesy of GameStop.
It's okay.
GameStop
This
is
is
the.
the-
Oh, look at
The
that.
Bat Who Laughs.
What is that? It's only $50.
Yeah.
$50 releases September 30th of this year.
Who's putting it out? Is it Diamond Gallery
Does
it say?
Oh, what is their low
by
order
Diamond?
prices?
What is it?
By Diamond.
By Diamond.
Comics.
Okay, I know which one that is.
Yeah, it's the Diamond Gallery.
Is it a
ones.
gallery?
Yeah, it's going to be Diamond Gallery.
Yeah, all right. No, those are nice because they're made out of PVC. They look like kick-ass statues,
But
and they're
they're
only
really cool looking.
30, 40, $50 to buy.
Yeah, so, but I want
nice.
that. That looks cool.
I'm not going to argue. That's awesome
That's
statue.
badass.
He should have a red scarf on his face with a slouch hat and 245s in his hand.
You know, give it up.
That's all I'm going to say.
Let it go.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right, everybody. There is a big reason why this cape is folded and sitting in front of us.
Now, here's the thing. We don't know if this is true or a rumor because there's
Right.
two different things. Everybody's going back and forth. DC released a statement, which I don't care. Cavill's manager released a statement. And again, I don't care. We're going to talk about it.
You didn't even set this up. You didn't even set this up. You just started talking.
If you're into comics
You know what we're talking
at
about.
all, and you're watching this show,
And you see the
you're
cape on the table.
probably aware that we're
What we're
going to
talking
either
about.
dick smack Superman or we're going to dick smack all those involved with Superman.
Okay, so
It's coming.
Here,
It's coming.
we'll lay it all out for you.
Hold on, let me
people.
get ready. Let me get ready.
Okay, so it was leaked online this week that Henry Cavill has decided not to reprise his role of Superman.
He expressed
That-
interest in not.
not
doing
continuing
it
on
anymore.
as Superman. Now, that being said, statements have been issued by Cavill's
Manager and DC Comics.
and Cavill himself. He released a statement.
He went on Twitter.
However,
It was real cryptic. Didn't really say too
exactly.
much. You know.
Cavill's message. He was kind of being kind of shadowy about it. He was not really saying one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be really and DC said
The DC message was real cryptic too.
It says
like,
we respect his
we respect his
decision.
decision. Blah blah blah. It's like,
regardless of what it is, we respect his decision.
It's like, why would you say
okay,
that?
so here's the thing. What it boils down to is, and nobody wants to go ahead and say it because they're thinking it's going to make this get really ugly really quick. But he doesn't want to be freaking Superman anymore.
All right, here,
he might as well just come out and say it.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day. Now, in the world of movies, when comic book movies come out, just comic book movies, it's such a big fucking ordeal when a comic book movie comes out. Because it's like, did they make the right casting decision? Oh, are they following the story? Oh, is there Easter eggs? Is there da-da-da-da-da? Oh, Superman wouldn't do that. Oh, Spider-Man wouldn't do that. The fans are really fucking comic book movies up. And I don't care if you're for them or against them. Just your opinion in the matter. The studios kind of listen to that stuff. They really do. They have test audiences. They have test screenings. They do all this stuff because they need audience feedback. You guys are fucking it up. You guys are really messing it up to where I think that's what Cavill's problem is. He's like, it's too much fucking bullshit.
Well, because the thing is, let's face it. We've even ripped on the Justice League.
That movie's a piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit.
It's a flaming piece of shit.
But we've ripped on this so many times on the show. It's a joke. It's a joke among us. It's a joke among all comic book fans out there for the most part. There's a few stragglers that do like.
And I'm not picking it apart because it's a bad comic book movie or anything like that. No, I'm picking it apart because it's a piece of shit movie.
Well, anyway.
Nothing, it's garbage.
Anyway.
That movie sucks.
Cavill, I believe, truly has decided that he does not want to be associated with this anymore.
Yeah.
Or
it's another, he's actor.
It's a joke. Yeah. Let's face it, it's a joke. Even Affleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore because this is a freaking joke now because it was so bad.
Now, there's a thing I read, another post, where this company came out and they said the BS is that Cavill is not wanting to be Superman anymore. And then they said the BS is Batfleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore. And it's like, well, if that's bull, where's the stuff that Affleck said, oh, I just signed on to do 3 more movies?
Exactly.
Affleck needs to shit or get off the pot.
We're not, we're getting all of these things about how Cavill and Affleck don't want to do these roles anymore, but we're not getting anything definitive saying that they do. So let's be honest here, folks. They don't want to fucking do them. We're kidding ourselves if we say, well, they might.
If they wanted to do it, they'd be right there.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be right there, getting fitted, all that stuff.
Yeah, because it's just, they don't want to do it. And now here is where the shit starts.
Hold on. And the thing is, the guy who was supposed to direct The Batman, I forget his name. He was the director of the last Planet of the Apes movie. That movie wasn't bad. We had to go see it to review it for the show.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't all right. It wasn't garbage, but it wasn't bad. And then Batfleck was supposed to be in the movie. So it's like, I think the two of those guys probably, but you got to figure, these are the actors in Hollywood. I've read a lot of stuff about Zack Snyder. One of the problems he has is dealing with the fucking egos of these people.
Yeah.
And especially Ben Affleck, because he's won an Oscar for directing movies before. So it's like,
he gets all uppity.
I can see him browbeating people on the set just because, well, I have an Academy Award. Stick up your ass, Ben. I don't care about your Academy Award.
He probably does.
This is fucking Batman. It's not Good Will Hunting.
All right, so
applesauce, bitch.
Yeah. Moving on. What I was going to say now, in the wake of Cavill saying he doesn't want to be Superman anymore.
You got the pictures, Dylan.
Oh, dear God. It was leaked.
There were 3 posts that came out yesterday, all in succession. There was the Henry Cavill. Then there was the 2 actors. One we're not even going to call an actor. We're going to call him a shit stain. One was an actor. The other was like that drunk uncle that won't go home after your high school graduation. And he's like,
all right. So do we want to, let me go ahead here. What happened is after the announcement that Cavill doesn't want to be Superman anymore.
There was blood in the water.
Oh, yeah, they spilled blood in the water.
Yep.
So there was some leaked information as to who DC and Warner Brothers were considering for the replacement for Superman.
Yes.
And that replacement potential. That replacement is potentially Michael B. Jordan.
Now hold on.
God.
Here's the thing. All right, they said Killmonger wants to be Superman. Hold on.
Superman.
There's an Earth 2. Put that picture back up. There's an Earth 2 version of Superman.
Here, hold on.
There we go. The one with the drawing. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the Earth 2 version of Superman, where they made him a black guy, African American, and he's Superman.
But he is not Clark Kent.
It's not the Clark Kent version of Superman.
Correct.
This is not like Earth 1 or whatever the hell they call it. Whatever, DC's one testicle. This is not that world. This is Earth 2, where there's like a reverse crime syndicate, where instead of there being a Batman, it's like Owl Hawk guy and like Supergirl, and it's a weird, it's like a twisted Justice League. But they tried this. They had a black Superman, and it was a bomb. It was a critical failure. Nobody read it. And then they had a Chinese Superman, and again, it was a bomb. Nobody read it. Nobody cared. So it's like they didn't even express that maybe, just maybe, he might play the Earth 2 Superman.
True.
Just to say.
So you gotta be careful with that last. You gotta be careful with that last statement, man. Polygon's going to write an article about how all comic book fans are inherently racist.
Yeah.
Bring it, dude. Bring it.
Okay.
My godmother was black. Bring it. Bring it. I've dated many black girls, and my 3 best friends when I was a kid were black. Don't fucking think so.
Okay.
Not a chance.
So
I'm so far from racist, it's not even funny.
So what we're going to go ahead and say is this.
Show the other picture. Show the other picture.
Yeah.
But they said he wants to play Kal-El. He wants to play, that's Kal-El, right? No, Jor-El's his dad, Kal-El. That's right. Yeah. He wants to play Clark Kent. No.
Now, here's what I'm going to say.
Sorry for you.
Here's what I'm going to say. Number one, first thing I'm going to talk about with this.
And he even looks cool like that. Like, that's a cool fucking picture.
He does look cool.
But he's not.
But here's the thing.
It's not your dude, man. That's not your dude.
This goes back to everything that we have said so far about anything they've done to try to change an existing character. I don't care if you want to have superheroes of a wide rainbow and a broad spectrum of humanity. I don't care. I don't care. None of that bothers me. Not one damn bit. Okay? Even when we talked about how, you know, the Comicsgate thing, they're talking about, like, including more gay, lesbian, and transgendered.
Well, don't make the established characters gay and transgender.
Exactly.
Create
That's
new
all
characters.
we say. That's all we're saying. It's like...
Leave them alone.
It's fine.
Superman's got 80 years of established lore and mythology.
In comic books, Clark Kent Superman, Kal-El, is white. He has always been portrayed as white. It just is. Yeah. Sorry, it just is.
Kryptonia, or Krypton. Krypton. That's how Marlon Brando used to say it. Krypton. Nobody had the balls to tell me he was saying it wrong, so they just kept it in the movie. Krypton. Apparently, a white kid from Krypton, landed in a field in Kansas.
Okay, so...
Sorry, that's the story.
That's what it is.
Superman's a cracker, man.
It's the same exact thing as, let's go ahead and say, Blade. Blade is a black superhero.
Guy. He's a black guy.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay? So just like it would be kind of jarring and does not make a whole lot of sense to have a white actor, or for that matter, Chinese, Hispanic, or any other race play Blade, it makes no sense to have someone other than a white dude play Superman.
And I hate when they do this, because Howard Chaykin did this to the Shadow. He didn't change his race.
No.
But he changed a lot of things about the character. He put him in the future. He had twin Uzi guns and all this stuff. And he was in like a flying car.
It just didn't make sense.
And I'm like, that's not the character. The character belongs in the 30s gritty. I'm just saying, all right? It goes against the character.
It's wrong.
You can sit here and pop off all you want about them doing this stuff. I know it's obscenely wrong. So, no, man, get out of here. And we said this before. You said about Blade. I said about Black Panther. What if they were to make Black Panther a white guy?
It's not going to make sense.
It's not going to work. That's not the character.
It doesn't make sense for the character.
It's not the character.
So here's the thing. Here's the problem that we're having right now. Okay?
This is going to start so much shit.
It is going to start a lot of shit.
It already has. On Facebook,
it has.
People are already, talking smack. I'm going to fucking smash your mailbox.
So here's the thing. Okay? First things first. Number one, we have no idea if this is true or not. Okay? This is leaked information. It may not even be true. Michael B. Jordan has not come out and said...
Yeah, that's the thing.
anything.
A lot of this stuff is rumor.
Yeah, exactly. But if we go with the idea that this is a possibility and this is what they're truly thinking of doing, okay? Number one, I'd like to know the motivation behind it. You know, what's the thought process? Give us something. Tell us why you're thinking this would be a good move for you, DC. Now... there's a part of me that wants to say they're doing it for the simple fact that they're going to stir up controversy with this. But the problem with that is, okay, DC, if this is true, if they actually were considering Michael B. Jordan for this character, here's the problem that DC has now, okay? DC and Warner Brothers, both. The issue they're going to have now, number one, is if they cast him as Superman, you're going to leave a lot of comic book fans staring at this like, that doesn't look right.
You're going to get the old guard being like, that's not my Superman.
It doesn't look
you're
right.
You're gonna fuck a lot of shit up
now,
by doing this.
There's that, but then the other side of the coin is if enough people in the comic book community say, well, that doesn't sound right. Why would you do that? Why would you change the character?
That's what I'm saying.
Then you're going to have everybody coming down you, Warner Brothers and DC, for a backlash that you're going to not cast him because of a race issue. They're stuck in a corner now.
It's already started.
They're damned
It's
if they do and damned if they don't.
Because people are already pulling out the race card on the comments and Facebook.
So now the question is who do they shoot for? Who do they aim to please?
Here's the thing. I'm terrible at casting movies because I'm not even aware of half of the actors that are out there. So it's like when people ask me, oh, who would you cast in this movie? I don't have a fucking clue.
Now, here's something I will say.
That's not my job. I'm not a casting agent.
Here's something that I will say about taking a character and changing the race from comic books to the big screen. Yeah. There are occasions where this works. Occasions.
Domino
works very, very well. Yeah. Okay? The downside with it is Domino is not a forefront, like 70-year-long character in the making.
Yeah, Domino came out in like the 90s, I think.
See what 80s that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not a character that we've had in comics and on screen for 70 years. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit different. You can change that up a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's not
and it would probably
iconic.
Work for her because she's lucky.
Yeah. That's good.
But
it's like it's
shut up.
But the thing is,
it's like shut up.
Domino is not an iconic superhero.
Yeah, no, you're talking about, apples and oranges here, man. You're talking there's Superman.
But it has worked.
Domino.
She played it. She was Zazie Beetz was great in that movie.
Yeah, no, she was
Now,
funny.
here's another one, and you're gonna like this one when I say it. Another character that it worked really, really well for is Harvey Dent.
Billy D. Williams owned that shit, man.
Owned that crap in '89 Batman.
And it was cool they made him the voice of Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie. That was pretty badass.
He was a fantastic Harvey Dent. And up to that point, Harvey Dent was always portrayed as a white guy.
Yeah.
Always.
Richard Mull did his voice in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Bull from Night Court.
But he was always portrayed as a white guy. So, hands down, there are times where this actually works.
We're going to catch some shit for saying
I know that. I mean, but the thing...
Domino did it.
Great. And she did a great job. She did a fantastic job. Just like I said, just like Billy D. Williams did an amazing job as Harvey Dent.
But you're talking about two minor characters.
Exactly.
Billy D. Williams had 4 minutes of screen time in the Batman movie. Domino had about 20.
But I'm just saying, you're talking about a smaller role character. Now we're moving on to like Superman. I'm sorry, but Superman has always been that white bread kind of...
He's from a farm in Kansas.
He's goofy.
He's about as Americana as you can get.
When he's Clark Kent, he is goofy.
Yeah, he's a silly bastard.
He's painfully goofy.
He's painfully silly.
And I'm sorry, but for some reason, I'm just like, it just doesn't feel right.
Nah.
Now that being said, the fact that we have Affleck leaving the role of Batman.
I liked him as Batman too, man. I thought he was good.
I actually believe wholeheartedly that we could cast someone as Batman who is African American and make that work and make that actually look good.
Possibly.
I think that we could. I really think we could.
Yep.
Because it's just
not Superman.
It's not Superman.
It's just weird. And as much as I don't like the character, I'll defend him on this. I'll defend Superman.
It just doesn't
I should point
right.
out that me and Slinky here dislike Superman with a passion.
I don't
like
Superman.
him. He's a goofy Boy Scout.
I don't
like Superman. I call him Big Blue. That's what I call him because he's a turd.
The only way I can describe Superman is people who like Superman.
He's just Mary Sue.
Are people who don't know any other heroes to like, or they want the hero that never loses.
See,
that really pisses me off about a hero.
That's goofy. You want your heroes to have flaws and weaknesses.
When a hero wins all the damn time, I despise it. It's why I liked Infinity War so much. Our heroes were no longer married.
Yeah,
they got
fallible.
Their ass kicked. They lost.
Absolutely.
Thanos came in and exploited every single weakness they had.
I love seeing the people who didn't read the comics go to see the movie.
They're like, that was terrible.
They didn't know what the hell was going on. They were like, that's the end of the movie? It's like, yeah, that's how the comic ends, bitch. Like, that's what happens,
dude. Best to part 2, because
it's
on its way.
It's like, now you gotta wait, sucker.
Because I think when they get their ass kicked and they get beaten down, it makes that comeback, it makes that redemption arc so
that much more
better.
powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Because you know who's been doing that right for years? I mean, years upon years upon years upon years? Japanese animation. I cannot think of a single anime in which, guys just OP from the start and never loses. There's obviously a few of them, but I can think of a big one, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
has the same issues, and then we came out in this most recent iteration, and Jiren whooped the absolute living shit out of him, and he goes, "Huh."
I don't know.
It was great.
And there's a big thing about, was it the Batman the Animated Series? There's like 5 or 6 episodes on that. I think it's like in the first 2 or 3 seasons, there's 5 or 6 episodes where if you watch these certain episodes, you can look them up, you can find it out. Japanimation, just the Japanese style of animation, heavily influenced these like 5 or 6 episodes where you watch it and it's like, you have to see it. It's hard to describe, but like they do a lot of the stuff that you'll find in like Japanimations where the eyes will get real big if something happens, or they show action and there's a bunch of lines coming off it to show movement and all this stuff.
I think they did that with Harley's.
Yeah, it's little stuff. Yeah. But that stuff heavily influenced that cartoon. So it's like manga, and that's been influencing stuff for years, man. Like, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Back to our Superman issue.
I don't know.
Like I said, this is going to cause a lot.
Are we
of
done
problems.
with the Michael B thing? Because I want to talk about.
And we just won like 2 more minutes. Oh, I know it's coming.
Ooh, he beat up a chick wearing a bear suit. Not the bees! Not the bees!
Give me a minute.
They're in my eyes!
Give me a minute. Okay.
God, I hope so.
I don't. He's not Kal-El. Simple as that.
No,
I don't like Superman. I hate Superman. Honestly, Superman can die in this next Justice League movie, and they can keep making them, and I'd be fine with it. At this point, I would prefer just not to have Superman at all.
I like how they killed him and brought him back a year later. Like, what are you doing?
You could have left.
You couldn't have ended BVS any other way. And like, here's the thing: I'll defend BVS because I'm a big Frank Miller fan, and I like all the Frank Miller influences in that movie. So I'll argue with you about. I like the movie. Yeah, the movie sucks. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a fantastic movie, but I like it. I like it.
Of course, you can like bad movies. Everyone's like,
I fucking love bad movies, man. I'm a fucking horror guy.
He's the king of bad movies.
Exactly.
Oh, I love just total train wrecks, man. You know,
being able to sit down and go, man, this movie fucking sucks. There's no way around it. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's garbage. It's a 2 though.
It has heart. It has heart. They were trying.
It ain't.
I respect
pretty.
that. Yeah, it ain't pretty. You know.
But the last thing I'm going to say about this is I don't know if this is even going to matter in another 6 months.
Listen, but next week, the week after,
it could be all over.
It'll be.
But what bothers me is the fact that. What bothers me is the fact that we sit here and we are explaining ourselves as to why we think this is a poor choice for Superman. And I've seen comic book fans online say the exact same thing and get like besieged by people online, on Facebook, on social media for being a racist.
That's what was happening last night.
I know.
These
and
guys
it's like,
were jumping
it's
on
not
everybody.
that. It's like you said, would you cast a white guy or an Asian guy or a Hispanic guy as Black Panther?
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
Would you if you were filming a samurai movie, would you pick Henry Cavill to play a samurai?
Well, they did with Tom Cruise.
But that was
The Last Samurai.
That's messed up.
And that caught a bunch of crap because they said they whitewashed. Because I don't care who you are, Tom Cruise wasn't in feudal Japan during the Civil War.
No. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, if it doesn't matter what we're talking about.
My friend likes that movie. I'm like, you're goofy. I'm like, you're goofy.
Who?
Rex.
Oh, Jesus.
As long as he admits it's bad.
What was that?
It's as long as he admits it's bad.
Did they have phone books in feudal Japan?
No.
Because Tom Cruise. Never mind.
Well, the thing is, they had paper. The Japanese armor early on was made of
No, I'm just
two
saying.
simple things.
Did they have phone books for him to stand on?
Yeah, it's the only way he was going to get over one of those walls.
I mean,
But
they can make him stacks of paper.
Oh God.
But
What if they
anyway,
had milk crates back then?
like I said, there are
You
just
know?
some things that are what they are. It's very simple.
Superman's a white guy.
Superman's
I'm
a white
sorry,
guy.
man. You call me a motherfucker, I don't care. He's a white dude. He's a white guy.
Superman's a white guy. Black Panther is a black guy.
Yeah.
Blade is black.
He's Krispy Kreme. He's a white guy.
It just is what it is. I mean, we can't, it's the same reason why when we talk about like Green Lantern, there's Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
There's John
And there's
Stewart.
John Stewart Green Lantern.
And then even with Spider-Man, there's a white Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and there's Miles Morales, the black Spider-Man. So it's like, all right, create another character. I even said this in the back. I said, what if, even if he was like a surviving person from Krypton, make him another Kryptonian.
I'm cool with that.
Make him Superman's token black friend. Like, who cares? But it's like, that's not
bad.
Superman. That's funny. That wasn't Superman.
That was a South Park
that's
moment.
Not, that was total South Park. But it's like, that's not Superman, dude. Sorry.
No, I
Sorry,
mean,
it's not.
We have to be honest with ourselves, okay?
Yeah.
Just because we say it's not the right person for the role based upon what we see in comics does not mean that every comic book person that says that is a racist. Now, don't get me wrong. There are probably a bunch of racist comic book fans out there. I will agree to that. I'm sure there are.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there are.
I'm almost positive there are.
It doesn't matter, what.
I've done enough shows. I've probably met some. Where,
like
man.
I said, I am sure they are, and I am sure that somebody on social media somewhere is going to make it a very racial issue, and mean it from the depths of their soul.
It's already starting. It's already starting.
But like I said,
Facebook.
but mean it from the depths of their soul.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They're gonna attack this for the reason that he is black.
It just sucks because Cavill, I thought, was a really good Superman. I liked Brendan Routh's Superman. Just because he really looked like Christopher Reeve, but that was such a bad. He doesn't even throw a punch in that movie. Don't even get me started on Superman Returns. No. And again, Lex Luthor's a real estate huckster. Waterfront property. Shut up, Lex Luthor. Shut up.
Now, go ahead and tell everybody about the next
What's the timestamp, dude?
We are at 37 minutes.
So there's what? Really? 23 minutes left?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
You got some time to rant, sweetheart.
Okay. So, all right, Cavill, the rumor is Cavill left the Superman role.
Yeah.
The next rumor was Michael B. Jordan expressed interest in playing Superman. That was the second.
No, it wasn't that he expressed interest. It was that they were considering. him for the
Okay.
role.
Again, this is the rumor mill, so we don't know.
We have no idea.
There's conflicting posts. That's the reason we're not sure about this. Some of the posts say it's legit, some say it's not. So we don't know, but we're still going to discuss it.
Right.
The other person... Oh man, I don't even know if I can say it without a straight face.
Say what the post said first.
Nicolas Cage expressed interest.
No, it was. You said the internet. People on
the internet. That's right. The internet.
People were voting.
Recommended.
Online.
That Nicolas Cage reprise his unused role from Superman Lives. And be casted in the DC universe as Kal-El. Dylan, let us have it.
I don't have it.
Oh.
You meanie.
One, I refuse.
You gotta show it because I gotta tell the Bryan Singer story.
You've already told that on the show.
I don't care. I'm gonna tell it again. I will tell stories 1,000,000 times over if I can distance people from Nicolas Cage. Okay.
Slinky?
Yeah.
Don't make me.
Don't make me come back there, Dylan.
Please don't make me.
Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. Come on, man. Give me 5 seconds. I gotta see this redneck motherfucker in this outfit. I gotta see it.
I hate this image. So
do I.
I'm sure you guys have heard the phrase, it's a cursed image.
My uncle's Francis Ford Coppola. That means I'm an actor.
Like this is by definition a cursed image. I hate Superman. God, I hate Superman. I hate this more.
Dylan's losing his shit in the back.
Oh God.
Glad I can't see it.
Dylan's having a meltdown.
He's having a
I hate this image.
meltdown.
You're making me go download it. And
I'm asking for 5 seconds, dude.
That's it.
I'm asking for 5
Dylan?
seconds.
Okay, you know what you're doing to Dylan right now?
I'm well aware because the shit happened to me. I had to put Visine in my eyes because my phone was burning my shit when I've had the picture up.
You're just increased his therapy
Just
bill.
put the bunny back in the box.
I'll put the fucking blender in a second.
Put the fucking blender in a second. He's like, you goddamn cocksucker. He's like, I hate you, Slink. I hate you.
Here is your
Give me my
fucking
5
asshole.
seconds.
Here he
Look
is.
at this.
There you go.
Look at this. Have you ever seen a train wreck so colorful and beautiful?
Beautiful.
Look at this guy. Look at this mullet motherfucker.
His ads
Look
like
at
sausage
this.
rolls.
Look at the hair plug. Look at the hair plugs glisten. Look at him. Look at him. This isn't even the neon suit. There was a suit where he was lit up like a strip club sign. And it was just, it sends shivers up my spine.
Why
and
is his cape so shiny?
Because it's like
Why is
PVC
Nicolas Cage in a
vinyl.
Superman
Like,
outfit?
Oh God.
It's like, we must live in a Bizarro world, okay? And if you know about Superman, you know about Bizarro. This is like the most backwards ass fucking brown eye with legs you could find. And it's like, hey, let's make him truth, justice, in the American way.
I think even Bizarro would be like, me think this is a good idea.
Thank you. Bizarro would be like, me think this is retarded. Like, you know, Nicolas Cage can't talk. Bizarro can talk.
So anyway, apparently, according to who said this?
There we
CBR.
go.
There's CBR. It was on CBR, Comic Book Resources.
Okay,
you can read this.
CBR claims that the internet is abuzz with people wanting.
Okay, I have a theory.
And all the comments are like, "Go home, you're drunk."
Yeah, because
like, none of the comments.
nobody wants this.
None of them verified it. They were like, "Who the fuck did they ask?"
The quote-unquote internet that said that are the 10,000 Nicolas Cage accounts that he made himself.
She said that in the car. She
Yeah,
was like,
all
"I wonder
saying,
if Nicolas Cage made a bunch of bots to."
Get his rating up to see if he can get in.
Jesus Christ, Nicolas
Like-
fucking Cage.
Exactly.
I can't stand Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage as Superman is like a dry heave waiting to
I
happen.
don't like
shit off my
actors
screen.
that act the same. Did the Nicolas Cage image break your shit?
No, it's making me cry though.
Is there a bunny getting shoved in a box somewhere?
It's a good thing I'm not wearing my contacts. They'd be falling out of my head.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. I had to wear my shades in the apartment when I was looking this up.
Okay.
Because it was like the stupidness and backwards assness came flying out of my phone and was going violently raging in the car.
Nobody wants this.
He's not a good actor.
Thank you. That's what I said.
He's not
I
good at what
don't
he
like
does.
actors that act the same in every movie. I don't want to see Nicolas Cage acting like Nicolas Cage, acting like the dude from Gone in 60 Seconds, acting like Superman. I don't want to see that. Because he's going to sit there and act like bumblefuck Nicolas Cage like he always does. He can't act.
Like, imagine
I
this.
don't like actors
He
that...
flies in, crashes through the window, lands on the ground, and goes, "How can I help?" Like,
Just...
no.
Oh my God.
Don't know. Like,
Oh my
like-
God.
And like, he was like,
Where's the Declaration of Independence?
then you have like people are like, oh, but he's done superhero roles in the past. Look at him as Ghost Rider. I'm like, yeah, he had two emotions. He had there's a monster inside of me.
He had hair
And-
plugs
I was like,
and shit.
he
That's
had-
what he had. Those
he-
were his two fuck. That was his range.
I was like, he has these. He has there's a monster inside of me, and
Did you see the second Ghost Rider?
I did.
They put that movie out without even the CGI being fully fucking rendered.
Like,
Did you see it?
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
one where he's in like a white void and he's all gray, and there's all these plumes of smoke coming off of him, and I'm like,
they didn't fit.
I thought I was having like a high school flashback, if you know what I mean, when I was watching the movie, and I was like, what was in that fucking tea? I'm like, why is Ghost Rider, what, huh?
Then
I even asked Zeta, I'm like, is that...
They tried to play it off as something stupid, like, oh, that's him like riding with death. I'm like, he is death. That's his whole deal.
God damn it.
He's a Ghost Rider. He's fucking dead. He's gonna ride with death. He is
I remember
death.
when I saw the very first Ghost Rider, I laughed so fucking hard when I was watching that movie. Because I was like, holy shit, that's
Johnny
so not
Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. That's not Oh, just come on.
so
Just,
messed
come
up.
on, it's so lame.
And the thing's like, I thought like at first I thought the CGI was cool when he went and handled the his transformation scene. I'm like, oh wow, look. I'm like, you can actually see like the flesh burn.
When he's in the jail cell?
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out with the skull, I'm like, I'm actually really disappointed. I think that skull looks like shit.
No.
That looks like you went through like top tier $1 million quality animation for having the skin literally peel and burn to ash off of his head. And then you just kind of gave him a prop for a head, a Spirit Halloween prop for his head. And I'm like, what the hell, guys?
No.
Like, I could have done better with a fake skull and lighter fluid than you did with $1 million
Thank you.
budget.
Give me a bottle of give me a can of hairspray and a lighter. I'll give you Ghost Rider.
So
Not that fucking poo-poo platter we got.
So I'll tell you what.
Oh boy.
You get two options, Slink.
Oh God.
I hate choices because I always do the bad thing.
Oh,
You
I'm not
always
sure.
pick wrong.
It's gonna be a would you rather.
Okay, all right.
Would you rather
Oh, don't say it.
have Ghost Rider BC become a movie where he's riding on the giant woolly mammoth, or a third Nick Cage installation of Ghost Rider?
Oh.
And I'll tell you what, if you really
Is Nick
want.
Cage the caveman Ghost
No.
Rider?
No. You can
Give me the
pick.
caveman Ghost Rider.
Woo! We're getting the movie, boys. Let's go.
Give me the woolly mammoth Ghost Rider.
Here's the thing.
How is he not setting the woolly mammoth's fur on fire?
Woolly Man the skeletal.
Oh, that's
It's just like the horse.
See,
It's also
when we
it's the same
talked about
thing.
that in the show, I didn't read it. I looked at it in the comic book store and I was just
I'll be completely honest. I read it. I loved it.
I remember you telling me you
think
thought it was good.
So
You thought it was
badass.
good.
He
Because
rides.
you can hear the rumble from the thing
exactly.
coming. That's how you know he's on his way.
He's
Yeah.
a damn stampede.
Listen, you're saying
as
it's
he
good,
heads.
dude. I'll probably check it out because I love Ghost Rider.
They're
He was
sitting here
one of my
like-
favorite guys growing up.
They're like, haha, we've done it. Like, oh, we're the evil guys. And I was gonna hear the.
Yeah.
And then it gets louder, and like you see, they demonstrate the shaking so well. We're like, oh, what the hell is that? And then woolly mammoth tusk skewers through the enemy, and
Just
that's
wreck the Flintstones house.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
it skewers people, and then that's when the whole burn from the inside, and they burns their soul out. And I'm like, that's awesome. He doesn't do it with a whip. He doesn't like snag them. He just lets the woolly mammoth fucking impale them.
I don't know. I might. You're kind of selling me on this, so I might definitely check it out.
It's a giant flaming woolly mammoth. Where do you go wrong with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Like on ridiculous factor, it wins.
Now,
Ridiculous factor it wins.
now here I
So goddamn crazy.
It's some World of Warcraft shit, and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I'll probably
so
check it out, man.
Now that we've kind of like gone
goddamn
through
woolly
all of the disastrous Superman stuff, let's go ahead to the last part of the show here. Let's talk about how I believe this is like the death of DC.
This is the end.
This is the end. This is the death of
My
DC.
only friend. Start playing that Doors song.
Oh God, it's the
Bye.
it's the death of the DC cinematic universe as we know it.
I said this thing last night. I said, is DC so fucking lost that they just don't know
What to
where
do
they're
anymore.
going? Here's the thing why I'm very upset with DC. All right, DC brought in Zack Snyder to direct Justice League. They brought in Joss Whedon
to finish it.
And here's the thing: Warner Brothers hired Jeff goddamn Johns. He rewrote most, not all, but most of the New 52 stuff.
Right.
And that stuff was like,
It was good.
everybody was addicted to those
It was
comic
really good.
books, man. Listen, I read the first Jeff Johns run of Aquaman. It was so good. It was so good. His Green Lantern stuff was really good. He did I think he did some of the Blackest Night, Brightest
Did he do
Day.
Nightwing stuff for them?
I'm not sure if he did Nightwing. I know he did Superman, he did the Justice League. He wrote a lot of good stuff. Aquaman. They hired Jeff Johns to oversee everything. He's the comic book guru guy.
And they still
drop the ball with Justice League. What are you doing?
So
What are you doing in there?
here's where we're at right now.
So it's-
okay,
it's
here's
garbage,
where
man.
here's where we're at right now.
Do you want me to say that thing about Iron Man? That I said?
Give me 1 second. Let me
All
get this out,
right.
and then I'm going to go ahead and let you say that.
In a cave.
Here's where we're at right now with DC and the cinematic universe that they've created. Now, I like the darker tone that DC takes.
So do I. I'm a huge fan of that.
As opposed to the lighthearted, funny kind of Marvel Disney movie.
Because I think that was the perfect tone for Suicide Squad.
And it's the perfect tone, I believe,
And
for Batman.
For BVS, yes,
yes.
I
believe
not the Justice League and not the
at this stage of the game.
I'm
Okay.
getting a headache. I swear.
At this stage of the game, we've had our ups and downs with Batman. Okay.
Yeah.
We've had some great Batman movies. We've had
Swear to
some,
me.
we've had some shit-tastic Batman movies. Let's be honest.
Now you have my permission to die.
We've had some good Superman movies.
Yeah, man. I liked Man of Steel. I thought it was good. I liked it.
We've had some good Superman movies. We've had some real turds too. We've also had the Cavill CGI mustache go away. Mustache be gone.
So bad. So bad.
Photoshop mouth with the
Yeah,
weakest
exactly.
smile.
So bad. It's like they put a cork board on his face. It just looks terrible.
So, we've been through that. We have been through the god-awful Green Lantern iteration we've had.
I've never seen that all the way through. I tried twice, no, 2 or 3 times.
Deadpool ratified that, thank you.
I can't do
we
it.
did.
I can't do it.
Gone.
And once now that he's Deadpool, I'll never watch it. Bless you. One more for luck.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Anyway, we've had Wonder Woman actually do rather well.
Wonder Woman did stupid good.
Really well.
They're shooting a sequel right now. Wonder Woman 84, I think. 1984?
We have
set in the 80s.
Yeah, we have Justice League that was a total bomb.
God.
Which, Flash and
That was like crotch itch or something. It was just bad.
But, Cyborg and Flash were not great.
Fuck is Cyborg doing in the Justice League? He's a Titan.
Yeah, exactly.
Get me going on this. Get me going on this.
Now.
And Ezra with his giant head.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Now, we've been through all of these. We've been through all of it. And so far, the only one that has come out pretty untarnished has been Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
She is carrying that franchise.
Now, somebody said that, too. They're thinking of just eliminating Superman from the DCEU.
And
the DC movie universe. And letting Wonder Woman be their main draw.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know. It's DC Comics. It's Superman.
Bring Hot Girl.
Yeah, it's tits and ass, guys.
We'll see, man. TNA.
Now.
I'm thinking Lightning Mace. What?
Now.
Bonk someone over the head with that.
We have in December. We have in December. We have Aquaman coming. Okay.
Listen, and it's another thing at this point.
And this is sad.
I want Aquaman to do good. I really do because I like Aquaman, dude. I read his new 52 stuff. It was stupid good.
And I do, as much as you talk about how bad of an actor he is,
it's a piece of wood. Momoa's a piece of wood.
But here's what I will say.
You could put a Christmas tree there, and you get more reaction out of it.
But what I was going to say is visually casting someone who is a Pacific Islander.
That was a really good idea.
As Aquaman makes a lot of sense. It visually looks good.
Until he opens his mouth.
Well, he doesn't have to really talk for most of us.
That's the thing. That's like the chick vote.
It's the chick vote.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Momoa.
So we have.
With his eye guy liner.
Stop it. We have that coming in December.
Mascara.
I believe wholeheartedly that the death of DC is going to rely solely on Aquaman.
Yeah, if it flops, that's going to be the nail in the coffin.
It's
done.
They're
going to scrap everything
and start over
again and reboot everything.
And now,
but there's fans that are calling. This is another thing that upset me when I read this. There were people that ever since BVS came out and Justice League, they were straight up calling for Zack Snyder's blood. They were just like, boo Snyder, he sucks, da-da-da. Now, these little piss fucks are saying, oh, we should have let Snyder continue with Vision.
Yeah.
Make up your goddamn mind.
Now.
I don't.
Vision's dead. We ripped his forehead off.
Thanos used Time Stone to
rip his forehead off.
Rip his forehead out.
Yoink. You don't need that anymore.
Go ahead and
plucked his ass like a pumpkin, dude. It wasn't even funny. It was just like mine.
You ever squeeze a grape? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Vision.
So now go ahead and say what you were going to say about.
And you have 4 minutes to do it.
Cool. There's the scene in Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie, where Obadiah is having that lab try to mimic the arc reactor technology. Do you know what I'm talking about, Dylan? I know you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know the scene. It's a very
well known scene where he's like, Tony Stark built this in a cave, and the scientist says, "I'm not Tony Stark." That's DC and Marvel. DC is Obadiah.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony Stark is Marvel.
They're
he's like, Marvel built this in a cave. Why can't you do this with the latest technology in a modern laboratory?
We're not Marvel.
We're not Marvel.
I don't blame the directors. I really don't.
No, Jon Favreau. No, never mind. I like Zack Snyder, man.
For example, he's the guy who did it's James Wan who's doing Aquaman, right?
Yes.
He's a horror guy.
I love James Wan's directing. I think The Conjuring.
He's Saw, Insidious, Conjuring. I love all his movies.
He's a fantastic director.
Honestly, The Conjuring was probably one of the better horror movies we've gotten in the last 10 years.
Absolutely, that was really good.
The rest of them sucked, and then this one was like
Conjuring 2 wasn't bad. I like the tall man that they introduced.
Unfortunately, as they've gone on, it's starting to age like milk, more like wine.
So overstaying its welcome. Yeah. So they always do.
But they're starting a weird trilogy.
But he's a horror guy. He's a thriller guy.
He's a good
suspense
director.
guy. Exactly.
I don't. It could have moments. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it has moments in which we've been missing from the DC universe.
But I'll tell you something. Here's the problem that I'm finding, I think, with DC. I think the biggest issue I'm having with DC as comparing it to Marvel, with their movies has a specific formula they follow.
Yeah, they have it down to a science now.
It doesn't matter which producer or who's producing it. Doesn't matter who's directing it. They all follow a very similar pattern.
What's his name? Kevin Feige, whatever.
That
guy calls the shots. You can write everything you want as long as it's inside these parameters.
Right. They have a very specific flow to these movies.
Yep.
Their characters have a. I don't want to say campy. I don't want to say that.
2 minutes.
But they have like a sense of like humor in there.
Yeah.
They add a lot of that to it, and they all follow a very similar guideline.
And we talked about this last night, even with Marvel, with Thanos. All right, that was Brolin in a suit with makeup on, and they used the CGI to accentuate it. DC, Steppenwolf was a total CGI character, and he was rendered badly at that.
So it's here's the thing, though.
Don't tell me you don't have the money for this stuff,
As far as CGI goes, you're very correct. Marvel uses their CGI very wisely. It's used to enhance what's already there. DC uses CGI to fully create...
everything.
To fully create...
Oh, you want to see the Batcave, kids? We're going to burn your fucking eyes out with the CGI.
But exactly, they use it to create whole scenes. They use it to create whole characters.
It's a lot like good Photoshop versus bad Photoshop.
It looks like Spawn, 97. That's what it looks like.
So now, I mean, that aside, the other part, like I said, they have that formula with Marvel. They all kind of have the same flow to them, in a sense.
That went quick. Yeah.
But DC, the problem they're having, I think, is they're doing a movie and they're like, okay, that didn't do well. All right, next director, somebody else.
They're way too interchangeable with this stuff.
They're just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. Like, let's get this director. So it's all disjointed.
I'm waiting for DC and Warner Brothers to try to start luring away some of the Marvel people, because Jon Favreau is a really good director. What is it? 10 seconds?
30 seconds.
Oh, damn. 30 seconds. No more dick. 30 seconds. No more dick.
Oh, God.
25.
He said 25.
Well, we hope you actually enjoyed the bitch fest today. Please, leave us, your comments and feedback and everything. Because, quite frankly, it is what it is. We can't make this shit up,
I don't like
folks.
Big Blue, but can be passionate about him.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us this week. We will see you next week.
Just
Bye,
have Frank
everybody.
Miller's Batman show up and beat his ass. There you go.